Okay, I am talking now. Can you hear me? This is Joanna Williams is now speaking. I'm hoping you are able to hear me. I can hear it. I can hear the music coming through. Okay. Oh, yep, that seems to be.
with the rebound.
Lines up and fire. What a goal.
Shot fired and it's a goal. Shot out and it's the captain. And it goes in. It came off the foot of Conlon. And there it is. It goes through the 5 hole. You've been brilliant in this first period. The Melbourne Eyes, through all their adversity all season,
I would now like to welcome Barry from Energy, who is one of our sponsors here at Perth Inferno. Thanks so much, Barry. Thanks to everything you do for us here at Perth Inferno. We really appreciate it. I would now like to welcome Pat Freeman's school to sing our national anthem. Please be upstanding. Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is Perth by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Welcome to Coburn Ice Arena here in Perth, Western Australia, for today's clash between the Perth Inferno and the Melbourne Ice women in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. We are Sportscast Australia. I am Andrew McDougall, and alongside me for today's blockbuster clash is Loana Williams. Loana, welcome.
Is exactly the way to be explaining this. It's 2v4 on the ladder, but it's probably going to be a little bit tighter than that. We've got two very good teams with some very high scoring potential in them, so very much looking forward to today's clash.
Is there any players you're looking forward to watching out there on the ice this evening, Loana?
Yeah, there actually are. I think from the Melbourne Ice, I'm quite keen to for Danielle Butler and Shana Godfrey. Both of them scored 3 goals in the 2 matches they played in the last series against the Perth Inferno. And then from the Inferno side of things, I think Clark Crompton is probably the player that I'm most excited to watch today.
Yeah, absolutely. Clark Crompton's turning back the clock, and we've seen a fantastic goal at this venue last time out from Michelle Clark Crompton. And the Melbourne Ice, you're absolutely spot on. They're starting to score some goals, and if you look at their goal-scoring leaders, Christina Julienne, who's always up there, but Danielle Butler and Shana Godfrey, who had struggled at the start of the season, now putting the puck in the back of the net.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think another thing as well, it just shows the depth of the Melbourne Ice as well. They're scoring from all over the rink, and they're scoring from multiple lines too. So it's going to be a really good clash here today, and let's see how we go.
As you have the opening face-off, and the Melbourne Ice in their road white are shooting from left to right on your screen, and the Perth Inferno in their home purple from right to left. As before now picked up the puck in the neutral zone, to just dump it in, and the Melbourne Ice are going and chase after it. The Inferno now, they'll look to break down their left wing, beats everyone, and before for the Melbourne Ice once again. Just tries a stretch pass, and that beats everyone, and we have an early icing.
see the Perth Inferno early on the attack here as they get to have the first face-off down in Melbourne Ice's attacking zone.
And that face-off is won by the Melbourne Ice. And they'll look to exit their zone. Davis Pope's out there. Defensive blue line. They push it forward now. The Perth Inferno through the neutral zone. They pick it up. And through centre ice now. They just get a shot on goal. Gets down low and saves that with the pads. I think that's Caleb Best in goal for the Melbourne Ice this evening. Now the Ice just play it along the board. Looking to get a touch onto it. They do. They chase that down. Godfrey's there pressuring. And Catherine Bailey for the Inferno tries to clear it. They keep it in though, the Melbourne Ice, but that was Raimundo. They get caught just on the offside.
And you're right there, Andrew. It was Caleb Best who is in goals for the Melbourne Ice, and we just saw it on the screen there off to the side. It's Sasha King for Perth Inferno.
Two quality goaltenders in net today. Should be a great battle. Now Blatchford for the Inferno. Just goes down low, tries to feed it in front. That's cut off by Butler. There's a little backhand pass along the boards. Was looking for Godfrey. But the Perth Inferno, they collect in the neutral zone. They look to dump it, but it comes off some bodies. And now Butler through centre ice will take the blue line with speed. Cuts back in. Looking for a lane to shoot. Fires on King, who stays with the left pad. And Butler down in the corner will go and retrieve the puck. Getting some help from Conlon. Players fall over. Conlon and Butler in there with the Inferno player. They're just digging away at it, waiting for it to squirt out. Butler has it now. But Acker does well. Comes across defensively. The Ice, though, they keep it in the zone. They get it out to the left-hand side. It's Godfrey who fires. It goes wide. And the Inferno now trying to clear their zone. They can't. Dash keeps it in. For the Ice. Down low now behind King's net. Dash looking for a player to come into the slot area. Just feeds it across the crease. Acker now. Just feeds it back towards King. They can't get it out of their zone, the Inferno. Willie McClellan. Now the Ice get a shot on towards King. That goes wide to the left. That was Dash. A good shift here from Dash. Dash now behind King. Just circles around looking for a teammate. Now feeds it back to the blue line. A shot from the blue line. That's deflected. The Inferno trying to get out of their zone. They can't. It's kept in well by Conlon. Just dumps it in. The Melbourne Ice, though, they'll make a change. We see Dash come off after a strong shift. The Inferno finally able to clear it out of their zone. Cochrane now finds Julian, who just spins and turns. Loses the handle on it. Now the Melbourne Ice on their blue line. Plays it along the boards. That beats everyone. We have an icing again.
And that definitely allows the Inferno to get it out of their attacking zone. This is something, we noticed this last week when the Inferno played the Adelaide Rush, is that a lot of the game was actually played in the Adelaide Rush's attacking zone, and the Inferno were having to do quite a lot of defending, and the early signs, perhaps in this period, is that the same thing might be happening today.
Now Cochrane, little backhand pass, looking for Julian. Beats Julian, but we'll track it down now with some forechecking pressure. Does well, Julian, down low behind King. Davis Cope comes in to help. Julian comes out with a puck now. On the backhand, just gets one towards King, comes off the pads. Davis Cope was there trying to backhand it in with the rebound. The Melbourne Ice, though, Cochrane. Down low. Play it back up to the blue line before. They feed it in towards the slot. That was Cochrane coming in from that far side. Now the Inferno trying to get a bit of time on the puck now. Scala just worried off it by Butler. Great work from Butler. Butler looking to fire on King. Can't find a lane. Goes in behind the net. Scala and Butler battling down in the corner. The Inferno now through Salmons. Just holds on to the puck looking for a teammate. Lakoviak now tries to play it along the boards looking for Scala. But the Melbourne Ice doing a great job defensively through the neutral zone. They take the blue line now. Get a shot towards King. King saves that one with the left pad. Now the Inferno. Just wrap it around behind King. A stretch pass there looking for Clark Crumpton. And that is an icing. I think Clark Crumpton just come off a change and we'll go back down the other end.
been quite a fast-paced game that we've seen so far, and the Melbourne Ice are really starting already to pepper the Sasha King there between the pipes.
Along with the Adelaide Rush, they are a high-volume shooting team, the Melbourne Ice, especially in this back half of the season.
They definitely are. And
Wrigley Eunice just spins, turns, down in that corner, plays it in behind King's net, tries to feed it in front. There's no one there. Now the Inferno. Scala just can't handle it. Dash tries to pressure. Heel now. Tries to just dump it back in, but that's blocked by Scala, who plays it across ice to the right wing. Now the Inferno, they'll take the blue line. Just gets held up with Clark Crumpton. The Inferno get a shot towards Best. I'm not sure if Best saved that or if it went high and out of play.
You mentioned before, Andrew, about the shots on goal that Melbourne Ice have been doing and their strength, and they do actually have the highest average shots on goal in the competition, and the Perth Inferno surprisingly have the most shots on goal put against them as well. So this is going to be a very interesting game, looking at the two different spectrums of the competition.
Absolutely. As the Melbourne Ice went forward with a long stretch pass and it went straight to King, who covered it up. Just over 5 minutes in. This should be, coming into this game, Luana, you would think it would be a high-scoring contest. We'll see how it pans out.
Yes, so exactly my thoughts as well. Their last outing was quite high-scoring, and both teams like to score points, so I'm expecting a high-scoring game.
Now the Melbourne Ice, they take the blue line, getting a shot towards King. That goes wide to the right. Julian now down in the corner. Just controls the puck. Fans on that one. Able to regather. Get a shot towards King, who saves. Gets down low and saves again. McKenzie now. Down that right wing. Gets the red line. Just dumps it in. The Perth Inferno go off for a change. The Melbourne Ice, they lead the shot count early. 4-1. As we'll have a whistle. And we'll have a face-off to the right-hand side of Best. Bit of a scramble at the draw. The Melbourne Ice, they just gather and chip it down towards the Inferno end. McClellan, Georgia McClellan, just pulls up behind King. Now plays it off the boards. Finds a teammate. He's looking for Salmons, and Salmons has got plenty of speed now. Tries to get around Raimundo. And Kayla Best not taking any chances. That is the danger as far as Salmons, Luana, the speed and able to burst free and finish with real polish.
Oh, absolutely. You saw that speed just then, able to get around a couple of players. And Kayla Best actually having to come almost out of the net just to make sure that she was able to get to the puck.
Now, Del Basto and Butler. Del Basto wins it for the Inferno. They get a shot towards Best. And Best just ices that one.
Perth Inferno have started to just have a couple of opportunities with their shots on goal. Managing to keep the puck in their attacking zone for a little bit more time, so this will help them build some pressure.
Del Basto wins another draw. Just a shot on towards Best and it bounces in behind. Now Del Basto just tried to feed it back down low. The Melbourne Ice able to gather that one. Now they exit their own zone. Only as far as Webb. Webb looks for Scala. Scala now just backs up. As they go across ice to that right wing. Del Basto now takes the blue line. He's only got Scala for company. Just spins and falls. That's Webb now, gets a shot, falling shot. Scala is loose in the crease. Best couldn't find the puck and Scala had an open net. Couldn't get the shot away. Now Del Basso and Dash, the Melbourne Ice, wins that one. Clark Crumpton though, cuts that off, feeds it back in front and Scala again. Couldn't quite control it on the backhand. If we have a penalty, looks like the Perth Inferno. As the Melbourne Ice touch it up. But the Perth Inferno They'll go on an early, the first power play of the contest here, and a big chance after plenty of pressure from the Melbourne Ice early in this game.
Definitely. They're starting to put quite a lot of pressure on the last minute or so. I actually thought that might have been a goal. I thought I saw it go over the line just recently, and now they get to have another opportunity with the player up, and they do have a very strong power play conversion. Great.
The Perth Inferno, they win the draw, but the Melbourne Ice clear it. Del Basso now. The Perth Inferno look to go down this left-hand side. The Scala just holds it up and retreats. Joan McKowen now takes the blue line down in the corner. Now feeds it back to the captain, Scala. Scala just cuts back, looks up the blue line. Del Basso fires on towards Best. That goes wide to the left. Clark Crumpton now gathers, finds Scala. Scala just holds on to it, up to the blue line now. Del Basso thought about the slap shot. Goes back to Scala, who fires it across the crease. And Salmon's in front, digging away at it. Taylor Best gets down low. And Best has been tested in the last few minutes, but has been up to the task.
They certainly have, and that was a really good start then to the power play by Perth Inferno. Equally well done by the Melbourne Ice, managing to hold them out.
The Perth Inferno now have overtaken the Melbourne Ice with a shot count 5-4. They start to turn the screws as Butler wins it for the Ice, but it's in the corner. Butler now trying to get the puck out, tries to backhander it. Does go out now. And there is a whistle. I think the Perth Inferno caught on the offside as the puck just bounced. Butler and Malcolm. A bit of a scramble. Butler tries to just power her way through. Raimundo now just tries to dump the puck in. And we have another whistle. So after a frantic start, Luana, we've had a few whistles in the last few minutes.
We have, and I've noticed like across the competition, the number of power plays that are being called has actually gone down. So this probably does buck the trend of recent weeks.
Butler and Salmons to the left of King. Salmons wins that one. The Inferno. Bailey in behind King. Now the Inferno exit their zone, looking for Salmons. That stretch pass. Salmons now collects it at centre ice. Just plays it back. Scala now will regroup. Little backhand pass finds Salmons, who takes the blue line now. Scala's streaking in towards that high spot, but the puck goes behind. There's Irvine for the Perth Inferno. Scala now gathers the puck and a big slap shot. And Caleb Best with the blocker takes care of that one. Raimundo now, backhand pass behind the net. The Melbourne Ice, they'll look to exit their zone. They do. The battle over there on the left wing. Bailey for the Inferno. Godfrey's in there as well. Salmons just dumps it in. Perth Inferno, they'll go off for a change. Now the Melbourne Ice, Julian now. Just holds up on the blue line. Heel. Just dumps it in towards King. Thought about holding on to it, now plays it. Bailey. The Inferno, they get it out of their zone and before chase after it. But with speed, Del Basso. Great wheels there. It's 2-on-1. Down low in the corner. Does well. Del Basso feeds it in front. There's no one there for the Perth Inferno. Could have been a great opportunity. Now the Melbourne Ice back the other way. Marnie Pullen. Melbourne Ice are glad to have defender Marnie Pullen back into the lineup in recent weeks. Pullen now. Big slap shot from near the blue line. Comes off some bodies and just goes into the corner. Now the Melbourne Ice. Julian. Just looking for Dash coming on the far side. Now behind the net. Look to feed it in towards King. Davis Tope now fires it towards King. Uses the blocker to save. Goes up in the air and Dash fires towards King, who gets down and covers it up and makes a big save.
we're just seeing a replay here of that passage of play. The Melbourne Ice have been a player up for probably the last minute or so getting that power play. And the Perth Inferno have done a really good job when they went into the penalty kill, actually disrupting the Ice's game and not really giving them clear opportunities for shots on goal.
Godfrey now, down low. Leaves it up to the blue line, looking for Peel. Butler now, down in the corner. Peel again, the big slap shot. Comes off some bodies. Nearly deflects in past King. The Inferno, though, they can't get it out of their zone. Raimundo, little backhand pass to the corner, looking for Butler. That just bounces off some sticks. Then Peel now to the Melbourne Ice to regroup. On that left-hand side, they dump it in. Butler pressuring. Warriors Webb off the puck. In front now. Baker goes high on the glove side and scores. Baker. Perfect positioning in front of King. Goes high glove side. Gets the opening goal of the game.
The opening goal and her first goal for the season as well, which might explain all the cheers coming from the Melbourne Ice bench. That was a really good passage of play. I was actually just thinking before the goal was scored, as we can see this here, is even though the Melbourne Ice didn't get to score in that minute of power play, they really did manage to hit the puck and do what they've been doing so well so far, which is put pressure on the Inferno defence, and it really just paid off then.
So the Melbourne Ice, they get first blood in this blockbuster contest. Now the Inferno will look to get that one back. Del Basso just dropped the puck up to the blue line. Scala now with some nice handles, little backhand pass down low. There's a shot across the face of Best. Scala now in the high slot, fires one towards Best, who just carries that away. Clark Crumpton now in the corner. Finds Scala. Scala just goes back to Clark Crumpton, but there's plenty of bodies there. The Melbourne Ice, they just clear that one. Georgia McClellan over to that right wing. As the Inferno look for a change as they dump it in. Davis Pope now for the Melbourne Ice. They take the blue line. With speed, Julienne cuts in front of King. Tries to go near side, and King gets down to stop that opportunity. Now the Melbourne Ice. Looking for Julienne. Feeds it up to the blue line, but that beats everyone. And that relieves the pressure for the Inferno. Now the Ice. Julienne down the left wing. Takes the blue line with speed. Gets around. Cuts in. Tries the backhand shot. Couldn't handle it. Cochrane now. Looking for Godfrey coming into the high slot. Now Julienne feeds it up to the blue line. Raimundo. Just a wrist shot that goes wide to the left. And Cochrane pace after that one. Just dumps it back in down low to Godfrey. Godfrey feeds it in front, but there's no one there. And Catherine Bailey trying to relieve the pressure as we have a whistle. It's a checking call.
Looks like we're having a little bit of discussion around that call.
Number 23 for the Perth Inferno, Luana, Catherine Bailey, who had the puck. One of my favourite players in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. A terrific two-way player. Can get forward, gets back to defend with some nice stick lifts and great defending. Just an all-round really good player.
Yeah, great introduction to the competition as well, and has only played 8 games this season, so hopefully more of her to come as well.
Cochrane now at the blue line. Goes D to D. It's Godfrey. Cochrane just gets a wrist shot. To the right of King. Comes off the pad. There's a loose puck, and Scala able to collect. But Salmons tries to chase that one down, and Best now wasn't panicked on the puck. Butler now down the left wing, takes the red line in the blue line. Just feeds it back to Godfrey. Just couldn't quite handle it. And the Inferno, they'll clear it. 1:20 remaining on the power play for the Melbourne Ice. Dash now. Feeds it back to the blue line. It's Godfrey. Dash. Now G4. Looking for a big slap shot. Back to Dash, who feeds it towards King. Godfrey was creeping on the far side. Marnie Pullen falls over. That allows the Inferno through Del Basso to go forward. Del Basso with a wrist shot. Straight into the logo of Kayla Best.
Great stop by Kayla Best, and you could see Del Basso, we'll see on the replay, I think was looking to whether or not they had any support. Instead just went for the shot themselves. But ultimately it does take time off the clock, and it forces Melbourne Ice to bring the puck down to their end during the power play.
48 seconds remaining on that power play. The Melbourne Ice. Salmons just cuts that one off and then dumps it back in for the Inferno. 4 now for the Melbourne Ice. Through centre ice, Marnie Pullen. Take the blue line, just a wrist shot towards King. And King gets down to save that one. And there is a bit of afterwards as well. So a bit of feeling in this one, Milana.
For sure, and I think when we're looking at, well, first of all, there's always a rivalry between Melbourne and the Inferno, but also the Ice sitting in 4th position. And so even though they're playing some good hockey, they really do, they need to make sure that they win these last 2 games of the season so they can get themselves into this playoff position. So there is quite a lot riding on the line today, and tomorrow as well.
Absolutely. The 2 finalists from last season. Now the Ice. In their attacking zone, Butler just spins and plays it down low. Ice tried to feed it in front. It bounces off Inferno player. That was Saka Irvine, and King covers up, taking no chances.
And as has been the trend, we're seeing quite a lot of shots on goal here from the Melbourne Ice.
Dutton finds Grigliunas down low. Just tries to carry the backhand for the wraparound opportunity. Dutton though at the blue line keeps it in. Grigliunas finds it again behind King, down behind the net. The great work from the Inferno. Catherine Bailey, terrific defending to gather the puck and get it out of the zone. Well, there was a collision near the blue line, and we have a whistle. That's Dash getting up off the ice for the Melbourne Ice.
Thankfully able to skate off, which has got a good sign. I didn't see an arm go up, so I think the whistle might have just been to stop play and make sure Dash was okay.
Off the face-off, the puck just squirts out to the right-hand side before for the Ice. Finds Julian, and Davis Pope can't handle it. The Melbourne Ice, they keep it in the Inferno zone. Scala, though, seems to be everywhere for the Perth Inferno in this first period. Just plays it forward, and Dufour will chase it down. Clark Crumpton's there to pressure. Clark Crumpton does well to gather the puck. Scala now finds Del Basso and scores!
It was a great goal. The Perth Inferno have a really high scoring conversion rate. They have the highest in the competition. So even though they don't get a whole lot of shots on goal, when they do get one, they've got a high chance of scoring goals. It's exactly what happened here with Olivia Del Basso. And what an inclusion she's been for the Perth Inferno coming into this competition. Just
Just some great work from Clark Crumpton just to put enough pressure on. And Scala went down to help and found Del Basso in front, and a terrific finish from in close. We are tied at 1-1. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the first period. The battle in the neutral zone. Godfrey wins that one and feeds it to Butler, who cuts into the high spot, tries to fire towards King. Goes wide to the left. Salmons now just trying to relieve the pressure. Conlon keeps it in. Into the corner. Just fed in front. There's no one there for the ice. Now Salmons for the Inferno will break clear. Takes the red line and the blue line. Just shifts it forward and chases after her own puck. Is pressured down low. The Inferno, they'll look to keep it in. Joan McKowen overruns that one. But as support, Abby Webb. Abby Webb just goes across ice. Wiggly Eunice now for the Melbourne Ice. Just dumps it off. Well, the goal scorer Baker. Dash now. Up to Dutton at the blue line. Dutton goes back to Dash. Dash just feeds it in towards King. As Baker, who scored the opening goal of the contest, was there looking for the redirect. And King covers up.
And a chance here for both teams to change their lines. It's been a sort of an up and down affair, it seems. And we've had some periods of really high octane hockey and being quite fast. And then some other periods where we'll get some whistles sort of coming in patches. As we see Sasha King jumping on the puck once more.
Yep, straight off the draw. I don't think I've seen Sasha King cover up as much as I have in this first period, Lorana. I'm not sure what you think, but it seems like I'm not taking any chances.
Absolutely, and I think that's really probably due to the fact that the Melbourne Ice have had so many shots on goal and probably their ability to go in for the second chances as well. So let's just make sure we get the puck under control and go to the face-off rather than giving them the opportunity to score off a rebound.
For the Melbourne Ice now. Cochrane down in the corner. Gets some support from David Pope. Now feeds it in front before now. Just backhands it down to Cochrane down low. Cochrane looking for a teammate, trying to feed it in front. Bounces off the skate. It's kept in though. Feeds it towards King. That bounces off another Melbourne Ice player. Cochrane with the backhander. That goes wide of King's net. Plenty of pressure here from the Melbourne Ice. The Perth Inferno trying to break clear down that right-hand side. Clark Crumpton just finds a little backhand pass, but that was well read by the Melbourne Ice, who break clear now. Conlon off the stick and just chases after the puck. Battling with Scala. Perth Inferno, they can't handle it. They do get it out now. Catherine Bailey just relieved the pressure momentarily. So Melbourne Ice, they just backhand it back into the Inferno zone. But Sarah Sammers now at centre ice, just tips it out to the right-hand side, chasing after her own puck. Does well. Feeds it in front. Finds... There's Isla Malcolm. Couldn't quite handle it. Baker. Backhand pass to Raimundo. There's a battle down in that corner. Just digging away at it. A shot towards Best. Might have been from Scala. That goes wide. Now Shana Godfrey with speed takes a blue line. Just offside. Danielle Butler. That's how quickly you can turn from one end to the other. Especially when you've got speed of Godfrey and Butler for the Melbourne Ice.
Absolutely, and that could have been quite dangerous for the Perth Inferno, actually, just purely due to that speed and their ability to get past the defensive line.
Inferno, they win that draw. That's McKenzie now. Just couldn't get past Wiggly Eunice. Now McKenzie will try and pressure for the Inferno. They do keep it in. Joan McKowen just tried to fire one towards Best. That was Lily McClellan. And that is the buzzer for an electric first period between the Perth Inferno and the Melbourne Ice. We are tied at 1-1. Tara Baker for the Melbourne Ice opening the scoring, and then Olivia Del Basso levelling things up for the Perth Inferno. So we go into this period, the first intermission, at 1-1. What were your thoughts, Luana, on that first period?
I think very much what possibly we were expecting to see. The number of shots on goal from both teams, we can see some of the highlights here, number of shots on goals from both teams, but also doing a really good job of just sort of getting themselves into the right spots and putting on some number of really decent shots on goal. So the goaltenders so far have sort of been doing a great job for both teams, but I do expect more scoring to come in the next two periods.
Yeah, both teams, I probably feel like they're sort of feeling each other out a little bit, and the game actually might open up as we get further into this contest over the next couple of periods. There's plenty of high scoring chances to come between these two teams, especially when you have players like Julian and Butler and Clark Crumpton and Scala and Godfrey, and the list goes on. So we might open up a little bit, Luana.
I would agree with that. There was also quite a lot of stoppages in that period as well. So if the next two periods we don't stop as much, it will sort of make it less stagnant, and that's when we are going to see it open up a little bit more, isn't it? When there's a lot more movement up and down the ice, and the players can play a little bit more freely. And like you said, there's so much scoring potential on the ice today that you would expect that is going to happen.
I am Andrew McDonough. That is Luana Williams. We are Sportscast Australia. This is the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. We have a short intermission break, and we'll be back for the second period. Stay with us. Welcome back to Coburn Ice Arena for this clash between the Perth Inferno and the Melbourne Ice in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. We are Sportscast Australia. I am Andrew McDougall. Joined with me is Luana Williams. Goals from Tara Baker at 8:19 opened up the scoring in this game for the Melbourne Ice. And then Olivia Del Basso at 3:26 levelled things up at 1-1. Melbourne Ice finished leading the shot count 15-11 in that first period. But Luana, we are all set for another massive second period here.
Absolutely. Like we said before the break, it was possibly not as open and fair as what we had perhaps had expected. Both teams sort of sussing out where they're going. It's always quite tough as well for the teams to travel to Perth. It's a long day for them. So let's hope we can see some more flowing hockey and a lot more shots on goal.
Absolutely, and the Melbourne Ice in their road white are shooting from right to left on your screen, and the Perth Inferno in their home purple from left to right. As the puck now is down low. And the Inferno looked defeated in front where Molly Lukoviak was waiting, couldn't get a handle on it, lost an edge. Now Salmons just feeds it back to Zoe Webb. Just wrapped that one around the boards, and Cochrane to the ice is able to just chip it and exit the zone. And they'll try and pressure now. The Melbourne Ice, they do. They gain control now. Little backhand shot on King, a rebound. There's no one there for the Melbourne Ice. And now Salmons with speed through centre ice for the Perth Inferno. Just gets held up by Marnie Pullen. Great defensive play there from Pullen, but Salmons able to regather. Finds a teammate who fires on Best. That was Catherine Bailey. And Best gets down and holds on.
Great job there by Best to stop that puck. But Zara Salmons is so good at turning defense into offense. Her speed and puck control it gives her that ability to just get to the neutral zone with speed and really put pressure on the opposition's defensive team.
Butler wins that face off. He just feeds it around looking for Godfrey. He'll just feed that one back behind Beth, and the Ice are trying to clear. He's AWIHL now on the puck. He's had a great season for the Melbourne Ice. Looking for Godfrey, but that is cut off, and the Inferno keep it in. Joan McKowen just feeds it down low to the goal scorer Del Basso. Del Basso now just circles around, looking for a teammate. Tries to find Jordan McClellan. That goes past McClellan. Now the Melbourne Ice through Danielle Butler. Takes the blue line down that right-hand side. Tries to get a shot on goal, and the Vassas does well. Get a stick in there. Now Del Basso for the Inferno. To find Scala, the Perth captain. Gets free in front. Backhand on Best and scored!
Really good goal there by Elizabeth Scala to give her 17th for the season. And just after we're talking about how well Sarah Salmons manages to turn defense into offense, the same thing has happened. Speed through the neutral zone into the attacking zone, as we can see here on the replay. And then just once they got around the defender, just a really good passage of play to be able to get around the goaltender and put the puck in the net.
So the captain for the Perth Inferno, the leading scorer of the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League, puts her team in front 2-1 early in the second period. And we'll have a whistle. It looks like it's a icing, and we'll go back down the other end and a face off to the left for King.
And we are only at the start of the second period, but has been quite an even shot count as well, and so that I think is going to make a big difference as well if the Perth Inferno are going to be able to keep pace with the Ice in terms of how many shots they can actually put on the net.
It's a battle down low now, just trying to dig away to this game. The Ice able to get it out up to the blue line. There's a shot on towards King, putting their bodies there. The puck just bounces out. Now it's in the neutral zone. And the Inferno, they'll go forward. But Dutton does well. Great defensive play there just to stand up. The Inferno rush forward. One. And we'll have a face-off.
Both teams will have a couple of changes of lines. It's been a pretty quick pace for the first couple of minutes of this period.
As Salmons and Julian at the dot. Julienne wins that one up to the blue line. A wrist shot towards King, who just gets down the right pad and saves that one. Davis-Tope now for the ice. The Melbourne Ice with Julienne just lost a handle on it. Salmon's trying to gather. Davis-Tope now finds the puck. Hits a wrist shot that goes wide on the glove side. Now the Ice is keeping that pressure up. Julienne couldn't find Davis-Tope. Now Malcolm for the Inferno, running out of room. Bailey's in there to help as well. Cochrane's in there for the Melbourne Ice. Plenty of players just digging away at it. It's Davis-Tope along the boards. Just falls down now. Cochrane goes in to help. Salmons is there. Bailey as well. Still digging away at it. Julienne puts a stick in there. Now the puck squirts out. And the Perth Inferno. They'll look to break free. Marnie Pullen does well though. Good use of the body. Gathers a puck. Couldn't quite clear the zone. Now Dufour on that far side. Davis-Tope now takes the blue line. Just cuts in. Looks to fire a wrist shot. A great defensive play with the body there to block that one. The Inferno. They'll go back the other way. Scala now enters the zone. Inferno still have it. Looking to feed it into that slot area where Clark Crumpton was lurking. Now the Ice will do 4. Plays it forward. It beats everyone. Navatsas. Nice backhand pass behind the net. Inferno trying to go across ice. It's cut off by Butler, who fires towards King, who gets down low. Saves that one. Another shot. Saved again from King. 2 big saves there from King for the Inferno. Now Del Basso, one of the goal scorers for the Inferno. This plays across, looking for Clark Crumpton. Just a little bit too far on the near side. And there's a battle down low with Pullen in there as well. Del Basso, Butler. Butler finds the puck, plays it along the boards. Looking for Godfrey to chase it down. Godfrey has it now. Got Butler sliding in. Butler has it. Goes in behind the net. Was a cut back in with the backhander in front of King. And Conlon was coming in as well, and King gets down and covers that one up.
We had a little bit of a scare just recently with the number of shots she had just in that very short passage of play. So Sasha King not want to take any chances there and just allow her team to reset in the face-off.
Dash wins that one. And Ice trying to keep the puck in the Inferno zone. They do. Dash again. Just backhands it. Now the Inferno. Irvine. They do clear it. Button just spins and plays it off the boards. Now the Melbourne Ice through Dash. Fires towards King, and that was wide to the left. And King, once again, puck bounces off the end boards and not taking any chances, covers up.
It's definitely a trend in today's game, isn't it, from Sasha King, when that was really quite a distance from the net and really wanting to make sure the puck got covered up and not allowing her team to go to the face-off.
Salmons and Julienne. Salmons wins that one. Now Webb. Zoe Webb, that was behind the net there. Malcolm. He's looking for Salmons. And Melbourne Ice doing a good job through that neutral zone just to cut off those passes. And they're pressuring now on the forecheck. Davis-Tope now. Couldn't quite get a handle on it. Salmons is there to pressure for the Inferno. Davis-Tope goes down. No whistle. Battling away is Molly Lakoviak. Pulling now, but the blue line tries a wrist shot. Salmons now. Just with speed, worries pulling off the puck. And the Inferno, they dump it in and they'll make a change. Some tired legs out there for the Inferno. Now the Melbourne Ice, they just lift that one up through the neutral zone. It's cut off. Scala. Can't get clear possession now. Christina Julienne takes a blue line. Tries to wind up a bit of a slap shot there, and that goes wide. Now Scala for the Inferno. Finds Clark Crumpton, back to Scala. Through centre Rice, goes out to the right-hand side. Del Basso fires on Best. Not sure if that deflected or Best got a save on that one. Scala now with some nice hands. Goes up to the blue line. Georgia McClellan fires that one. Raimundo gets a blade in there to block that one. Now the ice off the boards and Godfrey finds it down low. Just spins in front. Still got it, Godfrey. Finds some space now, looking for a lane. Deeks away in, fires on King, straight at the logo. King saves, the puck is loose and it's in! And they score! I think it might be Conlon. Steph Conlon might have got the last touch on that one. And the Melbourne Ice, they level it up at 2-2.
The perseverance that got that goal in the end, didn't it? There were a number of shots on goal and quite a lot of people in front of the ice as well. In front of the net, apologies, when that happened. But we're able to level it up here. Just we can see a replay here of it. Leveling it up here, just 2-2, about halfway through the second period.
There's no pressure on Shana Godfrey. You can't let Shana Godfrey free in the slot with time to shoot. And Conlon was there for the rebound. All square at 2-2 again. Now the Ice trying to win that neutral zone battle. The Inferno now, they'll regroup in their defensive end. They try to go across to that left-hand side. It beats everyone. And we have a whistle for an icing.
As both teams make their way back down the ice to the ice offensive zone, we're really starting to see that shot count to start the gap in shots on goal really starting to creep open as well. Melbourne Ice with about 10 more shots on goal just so far.
The Ice win that face-off. The shot from Dufour. And it bounces off the stick of Georgia McClellan and goes out of play. I'm not too sure, Luana, if Sasha King has looked too nervous or uncomfortable, though. It looks like Sasha King is still quite comfortable there, covering up, saving the ones that she needs to. Those loose pucks there is a scramble when everyone's in front of her. It's quite hard, but she looks quite comfortable still.
Absolutely. I think she actually always looks comfortable when she's playing. Does seem like nothing much phases her.
There's a battle now. King still down. Melbourne Ice just throwing pucks at the net. Another one. King just gets down with the left pad and saves that one. Bailey now can't clear it. Another battle in the corner. We've seen that a few times in this game. Cochrane there, the captain for the Melbourne Ice, is in there battling away as well. Cochrane has it now. Looking for Julian. Couldn't get the pass there. Catherine Bailey, though, with some nice strength just to hold off Julian. It's back into the neutral zone now. The Inferno just trying to get some possession. The Melbourne Ice, they'll just backhand that one in. Now Del Basso down that left wing. Got some speed, just feeds it in front into the slot. There's no one there for the Inferno. Now the Melbourne Ice, Danielle Butler with some speed. Cuts back in, fires on King. That goes wide to the right-hand side. The net opened up for Butler. Now back the other way, Scala. Finds Del Basso, feeds it across to Clark Crumpton in the high slot, who fires. Best able to get down and work that one away. Conlon now. Just tries to play it back behind Bess's net, but it's cut off by the Inferno. Del Basso is just creeping in front. Mavatsas couldn't keep it in, and now the Inferno, they'll have to come out for the offside. They go down that left-hand side. Scala couldn't handle it. Melbourne Ice now, they go across ice, left to right. Godfrey. Georgia McClellan. Oh, just an errant pass, and Baker sliding in there, fires towards King. Comes off the pads and there's a rebound opportunity. Dash was there to try and poke it home, but King covered up. Big chance there for the Ice.
Yes, and we're talking about Sasha King being quite calm between the pipes. It is a trend for the Perth Inferno. They do have a lot more shots on goal compared to how many shots on goal they do put on. So increased puck traffic is probably something she's quite used to.
Acker wins that draw for the Perth Inferno. Irvine just rips that around the boards. Baker now cuts that one off for the Perth Inferno. Through Acker with the neutral zone. Takes the blue line now. Goes down to that right-hand side and tries to feed it across the crease. There was no one there. Dutton just worried Blatchford out. There's no whistle. Now the Inferno couldn't keep it inside the ice zone, and they'll have to retreat for the offside. As Abby Webb dumps it in, and now the ice gets chipped back the other way. Abby Webb now just backhands it around the boards. There's no one there. Irvine now will chase after it. Davis Tope battling away against 3 Perth Inferno players. Does well. Davis Tope then just backhands it down to Julienne behind the net. Julienne gathers now. Molly Lakoviak is pressuring Julian, who still has it. Now feeds it into the slot. Davis Tope with a one-timer. Great save from King. Davis Tope just rips that one. The ice still on the attack. Cochrane just in front of King. There's Marnie Pullen. Jumps up into the offense. Couldn't find Cochrane. Cochrane now battling with Abby Webb down low. Julienne's in there as well. Salmons as well. And the officials have had enough. They blow it dead.
Even though there have been quite a few stoppages, I still feel like this game is actually starting to open up. I'm not sure if you've got the same impression, Andrew, but we're seeing a lot of seesawing events, a puck going up and down the ice. Great teams putting some shots on goal, and maybe starting to play just a little bit more freedom and allowing the game to open up a bit.
Butler down low. Tries to find Godfrey, who can't keep a handle on it. Now Catherine Bailey for the Inferno. With speed, takes a blue line, just cuts back in front of Best. Gets a shot on Best with a double save with the pads. Catherine Bailey streaking across the blue paint. And now back the other way. Danielle Butler plays off the boards and collects the puck herself. Now just holds up, looking for a teammate, tries to feed it in front where Baker was, but that is cut off. As you were saying, Moana, end-to-end stuff now as Scala through the neutral zone. The ice now. They just chip it up down that right-hand side, looking for Baker. Couldn't get onto it. The Inferno played around behind King's Georgia McClellan. Finds Clark Crumpton. Now, Olivia Del Basso collects the puck down in the corner on the far side. Just battling away, dashes in there for the ice. Dash now, gets a stick on it. Just tries to... And the Inferno getting a shot as they feed it in front of Best. High slot sort of area. Lily McClellan is working down low. Blatchford there for the Inferno, trying to keep it in. Still hasn't exited the zone. It has now. The Inferno, they cut it off at centre ice. Novatses just dumps it in. Damien McKenzie now will chase after it for the Inferno. Just trying to keep that pressure on. Just trying to get some sustained ozone time. The Inferno. Now Davis Tope down that right wing. Got plenty of speed. Takes a blue line. Just holds up and cuts back, waiting for some troops to arrive. Holds onto the puck, does well to protect it. Julienne's in there now as well. Cochrane as well down low. Georgia McClellan, the two number 14s battle. Julienne tries to find Davis Tope, can't. Julienne now, the big slap shot. Just sort of bounces its way towards King, who just saves it and then carries it away. Julienne now, backhand pass. Little backhand saucer, trying to find Davis Tope. Pullen just fires that one towards the crease, trying to get a redirect. Davis Tope now with the pass from Julienne, can't get enough on it. Now the Inferno still can't clear it. Cochrane out the blue line, just fires one and scores! The captain Steph Cochrane just walks the blue line and just finds a lane and then wrist shots one high glove side and beats King, and the Ice lead 3-2.
Sustained pressure really got that goal there, didn't it? I mean, lots of shots on goal. We can see a replay over here. Lots of shots on goal. Sort of tiring Inferno defence, not really getting probably a chance to get their line change, and then just a really good shot there from the blue line by Steph Cochrane.
Big captain's goal with just over 5 minutes remaining in the second period. There's Olivia Del Basso now. Finds Catherine Bailey. Fires a wrist shot. That goes off the post. And just like that, the Inferno close to tying it up. Scala now down low. Little backhand pass. Finds Del Basso. Tried to feed it in front. Still battling away is Butler. Del Basso and Scala. Del Basso has it now. Backhands past that one. Zoe Webb just tries to fire one towards the net. It's cut off though. Now the Melbourne Ice with speed. Shana Godfrey fires towards King. King just gets the body in the way. Zoe Webb does well. Still battling away. Godfrey just gets a stick on that. I don't know how the pass got in front, but it did. Now the Inferno back the other way. Clark Crumpton takes the blue line, just dumps it back to Scala. But Del Basso was offside. End-to-end action, Luana.
Yeah, it really is starting to open up now, isn't it, as we come into the last 5 minutes of the second period. Both teams doing quite with a lot of pace during the, through the neutral zone, which is sort of creating some excitement here. The Perth Inferno will probably want to have some consistent time down their attacking zone, though. They probably want to see if they can try and claw back this lead before the end of the period.
The battle, Sarah Dash does well. You see that shot count in the distance, 32-14 in favour of the Melbourne Ice. Now the Inferno trying to exit their zone. They do now, but Griggly Eunice on the far side on the right wing just holds on to it. Now finds Baker, fires a wrist shot. Just high to the glove side of King. Now the Inferno looking to tie this one up late. They'll make a change. Melbourne Ice now Cochrane looking at that one. Irvine does well. That's Lecren for the Ice. And I think that might have been a delayed offside. I don't think Cochrane touched the puck. Inferno win that one. Jakobiak couldn't quite control it. And the Vatsis with Davis Tope, but McClellan comes away with it. Trying to clear it along the boards. It's kept in on the blue line. There's a wrist shot. That gets deflected. Davis Tope will go and gather in the corner for the Melbourne Ice. Just holding up. Nice little backhand pass. Looking for Julianne, who just does a backhander towards the net. That goes wide and right. Davis Tope tracks that one across in the corner. Working hard is Davis Tope for the Melbourne Ice in this game. Georgia McClellan, though, wins the puck off the boards and actually exits the zone. So the Inferno now through Salmons. There is a whistle. The Koviak and Dufour came together. And I think, Luana, I think the Melbourne Ice might be going on a power play here.
I think you might be right. The reaction of the crowd certainly suggests that they weren't happy with that, and it's probably due to that just there.
It's hard to see sometimes. We don't get a visual on the officials what the calls are.
But yes, I think that might be Molly Lupick in the penalty box there.
Godfrey winds up with a slap shot. That goes wide. Godfrey now. Two minutes for holding, I think, was the call. Butler now down in the corner. Conlon goes over to help. Butler still has it in the corner. Inferno doing a great job of just taking away precious seconds off this power play for the Melbourne Ice. Now Scala wins the puck and just roofs that one down the other end of the ice, and Salmons with speed, just trying to worry Cochrane out of it. Cochrane does well, uses all the experience. Gala just pressuring. AWIHL now for the Melbourne Ice. Plays it over to that right wing. The Ice enter the zone. Little drop pass for Butler. But Butler is held up by Del Basso along the boards. Cochrane's in there to help as Cochrane tries to find Godfrey, but that is cut off. And the Inferno get it out of their zone. Jamie McKenzie doing great work there. And the penalty kill just to pressure the Melbourne Ice. And then McKenzie just dumps it back in again. Great shift from Jamie McKenzie. The Inferno cut that one off. They try and dump it in, but that's cut off. Del Basso does now. And Scala will just chase after that one and try and hold it up. Julien, though, for the Ice. Got plenty of speed, Julien. Through centre ice now. Takes the blue line and then just dumps it back. Plenty of space. Gets a shot on. And King saves that one. The Ice still have the puck. Power play is over. As the puck just squirts out to the neutral zone, the Ice will have to retreat. Dufour now. Still has it. Now just wraps it around looking for Dash. Dash. Just held up on the boards while Del Basso. Del Basso does well. Just clears it for the Inferno. And that will be icing.
Very effective penalty kill from the Perth Inferno in that most recent power play. A lot of puck in the neutral zone or their own attacking zone, not really allowing the Melbourne Ice to really get any structures or sort of cycle the puck around as they wanted.
Raimundo off the face-off, just dumps it down low to Butler. Butler now gathers. It is pressured by Del Basso. Godfrey goes to hold Butler, just cuts back looking to but now winds up into the slot. Just tries to fire away, but Del Basso does well, it goes wide. Georgia McClellan now just trying to clear it for the Inferno. It's still in. Molly Koviak does get it out to the neutral zone, but Godfrey holds it up. Once again, the puck squirts back out to the neutral zone. And Olivia Del Basso goes over to that left-hand side and just tips it into the Ice zone. The Inferno, the remaining few seconds of this period. And that'll do it for 2 periods in this clash between the Perth Inferno and the Melbourne Ice. The Melbourne Ice will lead 3-2. 40 minutes gone, 20 minutes remaining as both of these teams who look to be there at the pointy end of the season are fighting for these finals positions. What's your thoughts on that period, Luana?
Definitely a more sort of free-flowing affair to what we saw in the first period. I think both teams are starting to settle into the game and they're a lot more comfortable taking their shots on goal. I think more goals to come as well, and I also think as well that the Perth Inferno probably have some more in them as well. They're going to be very disappointed with that 2-3 scoreline, particularly in their home rink.
Absolutely. Just see some highlights here. Elizabeth Scala with a terrific backhand goal against Taylor Best. As we did say during that first period, there's plenty of scoring power across these two teams with Scala and Butler and Godfrey. But there is definitely two great goaltenders as well. So we'll see what happens in the third period. 20 minutes to go. We'll have a short intermission. I'm Andrew McDougall alongside Luana Williams. We are Sportscast Australia. This is the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. We'll have a short break, the final intermission, and we'll be back shortly in the third period.
Julian now, the big slap shot, and can't get enough on it.
Now the Inferno still can't clear it. Cochrane out the blue line, just fires one and scores! Nice in this game. Georgia McClellan, though, wins the puck off the boards and actually exits the zone. So the Inferno now through Salmons. There is a whistle. Welcome back to the Coburn Ice Arena for this clash between the second place Perth Inferno and the third place Melbourne Ice. And the Melbourne Ice, they lead this one 3-2. We are Sportscast Australia. This is the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. Period number one, it was the first goal of the season for Tara Baker, who opened it up at 8:19 for the Melbourne Ice. And then Olivia Del Basso with her second goal of the season at 3:26, levelled it a 1-1. In the second period, the captain, the Inferno, Biz Scala, was number 17 for the season at 18:22. Steph Collin with her third of the season tied it back up again for the Melbourne Ice. And the captain for the Ice, Steph Cochran, with goal number 5, has given the defending champions, Melbourne Ice, a 3-2 lead heading into this final third period and last 20 minutes of this game. Potentially, unless we have overtime and a shootout. I am Andrew McDougall, joined by Luana Williams. And Luana, you could say that it's Sasha King keeping the Perth Inferno in this one.
You definitely can. You mentioned as well we could be going to overtime or a shootout. I wouldn't be surprised if that were also to happen. We spoke at the topical about the players that we're excited to see. We did mention the scorers for both teams, but I think probably you do need to give a shout out for Sasha King, who's been doing this for the Perth Inferno for a number of seasons now, just sort of keeping them in games with her really strong goaltending skills.
And only one penalty in that second period, so it was fairly free-flowing and open between these two teams.
Absolutely, and there were quite a number of whistles and sort of stoppages in play, so that was tend to be from the goaltenders sort of not wanting to keep the puck in play as often as perhaps they would do in other games.
So we get set for the puck drop in this third period. The Melbourne Ice in their road whites will shoot from left to right on your screen, and the Perth Inferno in their home purple from right to left. And the Inferno, Salmon's at the draw, they win that one. And they'll just go D to D. Just trying to chip it along the boards to exit their zone. For the Melbourne Ice, though, once again on the attack, pressuring Irvine now for the Inferno. Just wrapped it around the boards, looking for a teammate. Not sure if it touched anyone. And we have an early icing, and we'll head back down the other end.
It's been a bit of a trend actually for all three periods, hasn't it? That it sort of starts off quite slow. We see some early icings, we see some early whistles, and we have some facial selling in the period. So period 3 just sort of going in the same trend.
It does feel like that. They start to get their legs as the period goes on, as Salmons and Butler at the draw. A bit of a scramble, and there's a Shana Godfrey in the slot, down on one knee, fired, and King was able to save as the net opened up. Now there's a battle, and the Inferno just chip it out of their zone. Salmons just bounces off the official. Salmons now just spins and just dumps it in, and they'll make a change. The Inferno, the Melbourne Ice, look to exit their zone. Acker just held up along that blue line. Butler now through the centre ice, looking for Godfrey, couldn't handle on it. McClellan lost the handle on it. Butler picked it up, and it looks like we have an offside.
So, as we're seeing, sort of both teams are sort of getting back into the period. We've seen the second period though that it did open up quite quickly, so I would expect that to be even quicker again this period.
Georgia McClellan chips that along the boards. Exits the zone. The Melbourne Ice chase after it, and there is another icing. Acker and Dash at the draw. Acker wins that one. McClellan with Grigliunas in the corner. McClellan now just cuts back. Didn't like what she had on the other far side. Trying to clear the zone now. Can't. Dash keeps it in. Just fires one anywhere. Goes off Grigliunas. Now the puck squirts out. Now there's a chase on. Blatchford. The Inferno does well. Just waiting for some troops to arrive. Scala gets there now. The Inferno just trying to trap it in. Del Basso backhand pass to Scala. Scala now just tries to control it and cut into a shooting position. Grigliunas. Salmons is there for the Inferno. Salmons now finds some space and a shooting lane fires, and that goes wide, block aside. And now as Best comes back, just pushes the goals off its mooring, and we have a whistle.
I think if anyone deserves a goal tonight, it is going to be Sarah Salmons. She's had a really great game so far. She's creating really nice opportunities for the Perth Inferno, whether it be like without what we just saw, or whether it be her speed coming through the neutral zone.
Just opened up for Salmons there. Just shot wide. Now Del Basso. Little backhand pass toward the blue line. Del Basso gets it back now down low. Salmons just tries to chip that around the yellow to find Del Basso. The Inferno do well to keep it in though. That was Irvine at the blue line. Del Basso chases after it with pulling in the corner. They still keep it in, the Inferno. They fire one towards Best. That bounces wide. Scala now trying to keep it in. The ISO now. There's an odd man rush now. Julian just cuts back, fires towards King. And King was down and up to the task and saves that one quite comfortably and covers up.
Was a very comfortable save and quite a good one too, because it was quite a tricky shot on goal. We can see here in the replay that came at her, and like you said at the top of the period, Andrew, she really is sort of single-handedly keeping the Perth Inferno in this game right now, and it's because of saves like that.
A highly talented goaltender is King, and straight off the face-off there, just a glove save. So definitely being worked here by the Melbourne Ice. Butler wins that one. The ISA fire towards King. That was Heel from the blue line. And King again gets down and covers up and saves.
And we have ourselves another face-off. Also with this line change here, the Melbourne Ice have been quite successful with these face-offs and sort of getting the win and getting a nice shot to come out of them just in this last passage of play.
Dash against McKenzie. Dash wins that one. Dutton just fires from the blue line. An exact copy to the Heel face-off shot. And King, same motions, gets down and saves that one.
Absolutely. It's a little bit like Groundhog Day at the moment.
It's like Dash and Acker, I think, at the face-off now. It's a scramble. And that was Baker. Found the puck and fired towards King. McClellan now in there for the Inferno. Now Lily McClellan. The Inferno chase after that one. Acker's in there. Down in behind the net of Best. Dash is there as well. And Dutton. Now Blatchford goes in there as well for the Inferno. Dutton comes away with it though. Tries to clear it along the boards, but it's kept in at the blue line. It's a big slap shot, and it bounces off Best. It's in the air. There's a scramble at the crease. Bodies everywhere, digging away at it. And somehow the Melbourne Ice able to clear. Georgia McClellan now D to D. Looking for that pass to find Salmons. Salmons keeps going with speed. Now it's kept in by Lukoviak. Momentarily now the Ice trying to go the other way. Georgia McClellan just chips it. Now Lukoviak off the boards, looking for Salmons to run onto it. Dufour will chase after that one. And we have an icing. That was a big break there. Best made a big save. It bounced up into the air. A scramble, but they were able to clear it.
And really good team defense as well. We saw during that passage of play, Best sort of like put herself in front of the net just to make sure the goal couldn't go in. Might have lost it momentarily, but she had her teammates there just to be able to get the puck out of there and into the neutral zone so that the Perth Inferno weren't able to go ahead and score a goal.
Once again, Luana, off that face-off, the Ice win it, back to the blue line. Dufour fires one. So it's been Heel, Dutton, Dufour firing off that face-off.
Yes, and shooting from that exact same spot.
Dufour again, have it now. Just goes across to D to D. They fire a little wrist shot. There's bodies there. Now the Inferno through Scala. take the blue lines. Got Del Basso streaking in the middle, fires it across the crease. And Best got down low, might have deflected. Now the Ice, they chip it out. Cochrane along the boards. Julian to chase after it, the delayed offside. And there is the whistle as Julian touched it up. But the Perth Inferno, Luana, are just finding some high sort of danger chances every time they go forward now.
Absolutely. They might not have as many shots on goal. I think it might be half of what the Melbourne Ice have. But when they're getting down there and putting a shot on, it is a high-quality one, and they're all looking dangerous.
Off the draw, it's just cleared by the Inferno. Raimundo plays out along the board, looking for a heel. It bounces past heel, but the Ice still able to get it out of their zone. And Bailey, though, just backhands it back in. And the Inferno keep it in. Scala now, great hands. Just digging her way through, but the Ice finally able to gather the puck. And they go forward now. Conlon worried off it. Bailey down that right wing. The Inferno, they dump it in. And we have a whistle. Here's a player down behind play. I think that might be Steph Conlon. Hopefully she's okay.
You always do get worried, don't you, when you've got players from the opposition sort of going on and checking on the players as well.
So you see the trainer being helped out now. I think it might be Conlon. They were both, Bailey and Conlon were both battling for that puck, heading down towards that area. Two big bodies as well, Luana. So they go crashing in towards the boards. It can be dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, it can be quite a brutal sport, can't it? And you're right, you said two big bodies with pace as well.
As we see Steph Conlon, it's always good to see the players skate off on their own. Hopefully not too bad.
Taking their place on the bench as well, so that's also a good sign as well, not having to go into the sheds to perhaps have an injury looked at.
And we'll have a face-off at centre ice. And the Melbourne Ice still leading this one 3-2. Inferno, they win that draw. They'll try and go forward now. Malcolm. Makoviak just tries to keep it in by dumping it in down towards Malcolm. The puck goes up in the air, hits the netting. And we'll have a face-off.
Face off in the Perth Inferno's attacking zone as well. Like I mentioned before, they've been very dangerous when they've had some shots on goal, so good opportunity for them here.
The Melbourne Ice now trying to trap it in the Inferno zone. They do. Now the Inferno. They get the red line, but they can't dump it in. Dufour now. Just tries to look for Cochrane, who was standing on the red line. And that is an icing, so a bit of luck there for the Inferno as the puck will go down the other end. They get an opportunity to set up in the ice zone.
That's right. We're starting to see a bit of a shift now. Our icing face-offs coming down to the other end of the ice as well.
It's a battle there. Del Basso just trying to win that one. The Ice, though, they wrap it around the boards. The Inferno keep it in. Pulling now. Down in the corner, holds on to it. Salmons goes in, but the Ice now, they break clear. Only momentarily. Del Basso can't enter as there's offside. Now Marnie Pullen down that right wing. Dumps up into the rush. The big body in the corner. Big hit from Pullen. The Inferno, though, they come away with it. Down that right wing. Take the red line and just chip it in. They'll chase after it. Scala's there as well for support. Irvine now. Just throws it on towards net, goes through the blue paint. There's no one there for the Inferno. Scala now will go and collect. Has support from Salmons. Now the puck squirts out. Godfrey collects for the ice. Godfrey just lifts it up, looking for the teammate. Comes back off the offside. Godfrey tries to deke her way through. Gets put up well there by the Inferno. Now the ice through Butler. Godfrey now. Tight angle, fires it across the crease. No one touches it. Big slap shot towards King. That goes high and wide. Raimundo now just dumps it down into the corner. Godfrey gets worried out of it by Irvine. And now the Inferno through Scala. Scala now takes the blue line. Can't get a clear shot on goal as Godfrey come through with the stick lift. Now Butler back the other way. Takes the blue lines. Got Godfrey in support. Tries to deke her way through, but can't. Heel keeps it in. The ice now. Butler just comes back, tries to get a rich shot. Godfrey from a right angle. King's down and saves that one quite comfortably. Now the Inferno. They'll look to go back the other way. Can't connect on the pass. Looking for Blatchford. They get the red line and dump it in now. The Inferno, they make a change. There's McKenzie rushes in there to keep the pressure on. Now McKenzie has it now. Takes the blue line. And just offside. I thought they might have been safe there at the Inferno, but it is offside. We'll have a face-off.
Yeah, only just. I think you might be right there, Andrew. And the pace is really starting to pick up here. As we're coming into the halfway point of this last period, we're sort of starting to see the team sort of picking up the pace a little bit, and it's sort of this seesawing event that we saw happening in the second period with a goal.
And the Inferno have scored. Couldn't quite see it on the footage, but I think it's come off the bar and gone in. It's Jamie McKenzie who levels it up here for the Perth Inferno. Second goal of the season for McKenzie, and a big one with just over half the period remaining.
Yeah, we can see the replay here, and just the shot on goal. Like I said, we couldn't quite see what had happened, but it does at least look like it came off Mackenzie's stick. So well done to them, and yeah, we have an even game.
So 3-3 hockey game. Just over 11 minutes remaining as Irvine now collects the puck for the Inferno and just cuts back. But it's cut off by Julian there as the Melbourne Ice on the forecheck trying to keep it in. Cochran now down low, is pressured by McKenzie. Irvine trying to chip it out. It's caught along the boards. Battling against two Melbourne Ice players. McKenzie's in there again. The Ice come away with it. They fire a shot on to Julian towards King. Now the Inferno. They get it out of the zone, but Dufour at centre ice just fires one towards King. He just paddles that one to Irvine. Irvine's played well for the Inferno tonight. Del Basso just spins and turns. Inferno trying to pass their way through the neutral zone. It's cut off. Now Salmons will just go back to her defenders. They go across ice. Now they feed it through the neutral zone. And Scala breaks free. Gets a shot towards Best, who gets up and just pushes that one away with the shoulder. Good save from Best. Now the Melbourne Ice trying to clear the zone. They do now. Across that left-hand side, Godfrey collects. Takes the blue line. Clashes with Del Basso. They both go down. No whistle. Conlon just throws it across in front of King. There's no one there. Scala just chips against the boards and chases after the puck herself. So end-to-end action as we get to the halfway point of this third period. Touch over 10 minutes remaining. Jordan McClellan clears the zone. Del Basso goes there to collect. McClellan gets it now. Jordan McClellan goes D to D. The Inferno, the chipper forward. Blackford trying to chase after it, but Raimundo touches it up. We have an icing.
The Perth Inferno are really currently playing well. They've played all season and never really feel like they're out of the game. And because of their high conversion or scoring percentage and their ability to put on really good quality shots on goal, you can never really relax when you're playing them. So even though you might be having momentum against them, there's still always an opportunity to score.
Lily McClellan now. Putting Inferno, just clears it. That previous goal, Lorana, was credited to Isla Malcolm. Now Akka down in the corner. Cuts back and just feeds it towards the slot area, but there's plenty of ice players there. Jakoviak now, just firing it towards the net. Lily McClellan just backhands the back of blue line, big slap shot, but that just bounces off some players. Catherine Bailey, great hands, backhand shot towards Bess, who gets down low and saves glove side.
That previous goal then for the Inferno must have been a pass to Isla Malcolm. As we see just a replay here of this passage of play, and like we were saying before, they always have good quality shots on goal, so you never really feel like you're safe when they're down in their attacking zone.
It gives Catherine Bailey plenty of space and time. We have seen Bailey ripping home off the face-off now. Julian wins that one before, just wraps that around the board, just trying to clear the zone. It bounces out there now. Bailey collects for the Inferno. He is pressured. Bailey does well, though. From defence to attack, takes the blue line, and Clark Crumpton just offside. Great stick work from the Melbourne Ice just to hold up Bailey.
Really good job by the Melbourne Ice. Like you're saying before, you don't want to have those two players sort of in the attacking zone with a nice clear pass and a shot on goal.
Scramble off the face-off. Melbourne Ice able to push it forward. They have the puck now. Lakoviak, though, able to gather. Scala just off the board looking for Salmon. Didn't know where it was. Hill collects it, just chips it in. Lakoviak goes past her. Butler now collects, cuts back in. That drags in front of King, but couldn't get a shot away. And King ends up diving on top of it. But Danny Butler showing the skill there. Nice little toe drag, just couldn't fire it away. And we have a face-off.
Yeah, just having a look at the replay here. Yeah, great skills by Danielle Butler, and really good job there as well by Georgia McClellan to actually prevent the shot on goal.
Del Basso and Julian. Julian wins it off the face-off with the shot towards King. It goes high on the blocker side. It bounces off. Not sure if that come off the glass and bounced back out. And King was able to cover up. Scala and Julian face off to the right of King. The puck that sits there, and Scala's able to backhand it out, and Del Basso now able to break free from a tight angle, just cuts back, didn't want to take a shot, waiting for some teammates, plays it back up to the blue line, big wrist shot towards Best, and Best straight into the logo, holds on to that one.
And she needed to, the two Inferno players just hovering around the net, waiting for that loose puck to come in. So a much needed save there by Michaela Best.
8:04 remaining in the period. 43 shots to 19 in favour of the Melbourne Ice. The Inferno win that draw. It's a shot fired on Best, who saves it, got up well and saves it. The wraparound opportunity. But Acko plays it in front, and Lily McClellan couldn't quite handle it. Dutton got a stick in there. Now down in the corner, the two number threes, Baker and Lily McClellan. McClellan still got it, plays it up to the blue line. The big slap shot, and Best just parries that away with the stick. Now down in the corner, Gugliunas trying to clear it. Akka tried to keep it in, but couldn't. And Irvine will regroup, plays it D to D. As the Inferno take the red line, and they just dump it in. So they make a change. And now they'll pressure, trying to hold it in there. That's McKenzie, number 44 for the Inferno, on the forecheck. The Melbourne Ice, they just keep wrapping it around behind Beth as crested there by Malcolm. Credited for the tying goal. McKenzie down low, falls over, no whistle. It's still a battle. Malcolm's still in there, trying to win the puck. McKenzie has it now. He tries a little backhand pass for Bailey. Bailey falls down, but does enough. And Irvine now collects the puck. Just holds on to it, Godfrey. Able to worry her off the puck. Godfrey now just loses an edge. And now Bailey for the Inferno will go back the other way. Takes the red line, now the blue line. Just holds on to it. Loses the puck, and now Godfrey for the Melbourne Ice. A little drop pass to Butler. Butler just cuts back in that corner, the far corner. Looking for a shooting lane, couldn't find one. Now the Inferno. End-to-end hockey here. 3-3 game. Del Basso goes in behind Bess, just cycles around. Looking for someone up near the blue line. Finds Lakoviak. He fires one, and that goes well wide. Butler now for the Melbourne Ice, trying to exit the zone. Gets stood up on the blue line as the Inferno, they just dump it back in. The Inferno now starting to get some sustained pressure on the Melbourne Ice late in this period. Scala going to work there against Hill. Salmon wins it. Little backhand pass looking for Del Basso. Had the Beaver tap on the ice, couldn't gather it. Now the Melbourne Ice back the other way. Julian just gets held up. Finds it now, cuts back into the slot, fires on King, and it goes straight at the logo. And King holds on. End-to-end hockey, Luana.
Great save by Sasha King, but a really good job there by the Perth Inferno defence to really prevent these shots. We're going to see it here on the replay, to prevent these shots from the number of opportunities to actually take a shot on goal, but the defence was there, and then this sort of next player up with defence as well. So one player might get taken away, but then there's someone who always comes back to the ice to sort of add that extra layer of defence there for Sasha King. So really good job, Perth Inferno.
Face off to the left of King. Julian v. Salmons. Salmons wins a big face-off. Irvine's in there, but the Melbourne Ice, they gather it. 2-4. Now Scala just against the boards, looking for a teammate to run onto it. Couldn't. Scala has it now in the neutral zone, just goes across ice to that right-hand side. The Inferno will dump it in as they make a partial change as Salmons chases after that one. Down in the corner. The Melbourne Ice go with numbers. Wrigley Eunice now takes the blue line, just eked the way through, fires on King. There's a rebound. King now covers up. As Marnie Pullen, who takes no prisoners when she's out on the ice, was bearing down on King, and Bailey was in there to help King, who covered up.
Sasha King having to sort of not only stop the ice, but you have the players coming in as well. Those last couple of saves we've had Melbourne Ice players sort of landing on top of her, just showing the desperation in these last 5 minutes of play.
Another big face-off here. Acker and Dash. Dash wins it. Back up to the blue line. A wrist shot. Goes well wide. Wrigley Eunice in the corner. Held up by Lakoviak. Baker's in there as well. Acker, though, comes out for the Inferno. Exits the zone. Now Blatchford gets the Inferno in the offensive zone. They'll try and trap it in. The Melbourne Ice, they chip it out. No icing. Georgia McKowen behind King, just cuts back. Mine's Malcolm. Malcolm goes over to that far side on the right wing. Great defensive work on the ice, just to chop off that neutral zone pass. Now the Ice trying to keep it in the Inferno zone. That's Godfrey down in the corner. Battling away with Malcolm. Godfrey still has it. Looking for a teammate, just holding onto the puck. All the way up to the blue line now. Godfrey just fires one towards the net, but there's bodies in front. There's Jamie McKenzie blocking that shot from Godfrey. Now the Inferno, they take the red line and they just dump it in. Now we have a whistle. With 3:45 remaining in the third period, tied at 3-3.
Yeah, and just going to be a power play here for the Perth Inferno. I think that last park dump was to maybe see if they could get Sasha King to the bench very quickly, but regardless, Shana Godfrey will be going into the penalty box.
Yep, Shana Godfrey in the penalty box. A big opportunity for the Perth Inferno on the power play. 3:40 remaining in the period. In the blue line, Bailey now. Scala plays it across to that far side, and Salmon couldn't control it. And the Melbourne Ice able to clear. Bailey now. The Inferno. Down this left-hand side. Del Basso takes the blue line. Still has it, Del Basso. Down low, looking for Clark Crumpton. Georgia McClellan just keeps it in at the blue line, does well. Throws it on towards Best, who just pushes that away with the stick. Scala. Back to Scala. Scala, a big scrap shot on Best, who gets up and saves. Block aside, off the shoulder. 2 big saves from Kayla Best for the Melbourne Ice. Georgia McClellan now. Clark Crumpton enters the zone. On that far side, just holds it up. Back up to the blue line. A big slap shot, couldn't get enough on it. That was Georgia McClellan. Loses sight of it. And Butler nearly collects the puck, and they do nail him over nice. Butler's free on King. Butler goes high on glove side. Saved by King. Still there, still free, and in front. Marnie Pullen. I think it's Pullen who scores. The Melbourne Ice have taken the lead. I think it's Marnie Pullen. There was a whistle, which I think they blew it dead, but they've given the goal, I believe, at this moment anyway, Luana. And
And I think that's what the Perth Inferno, I think, were frustrated about. It looked like it might have been a delayed penalty. Well, I'm assuming, seeing as they kept playing. And that must be what the Perth Inferno are frustrated about, is that they thought the play probably should have ended. That if this is awarded a goal, it really did come off the back of that, like the ability, as we'll see a replay of the goal here. Prior to this passage of play, there was a well, I guess it will depend on what the original whistle was for, as to whether or not they allow it.
Well, everyone stopped, Luana. You can see everyone stopped when the whistle first went, and then Pullen put the puck in the back of the net. The arm was up.
Yes.
For a delayed penalty.
All right. Well, it appears to have been taken off them. So they started with the Perth Inferno with that one.
And I think that's the right call, Luana. The whistle did go. We could hear it across the coverage, and they definitely could have heard it on the ice and at the rink.
Absolutely, and I think perhaps the argument might have been as well that the whistle went, and then I think Sasha King might have actually got to the puck with the shot on goal, which would then have meant that play should have stopped for the power play.
And now the Perth Inferno back the other way. Sarah Salmons, great hands, just couldn't quite gather that one. With 2 minutes remaining in the game, just dumped it off to Irvine, who cuts in off the blue line, fires, there's bodies everywhere, and that goes wide to the left. Now the Melbourne Ice. Julian just tries to come in front of Irvine, who gets stood up. Irvine's done well in this game for the Inferno. Del Basso can't stick handle the way out of the zone. Big collision on that far side between Godfrey and Catherine Bailey. Now there's a battle down below. Butler's in there. The Ice is trying to dig away at it. Julian's in there. Del Basso. Irvine as well. The puck's still there. Julian wins the puck now. Plays it up to the blue line. Dufour. Over to this near side is a shot on goal. That's blocked by the Inferno. Godfrey now keeps the puck in the zone. Godfrey gets a shot towards King, who gets down and saves. A big, big save from King.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a big minute and a bit coming up for the rest of this game, because the Perth Inferno are basically going to be a player down for the remainder of this game. So they're going to be defensively quite strong. Although we have seen them have a couple of decent potential shorthand goal opportunities.
As we see a timeout called.
And I think this is a good play for both teams, really, regardless of who called it. But for the Melbourne Ice, like I mentioned, they're going to be finished the game essentially on a power play, so they can maybe draw up some plays or work out how they want to finish this. But on the other side of the rink as well, the Perth Inferno can sort of work out what it is that they're going to do and how defensively they're going to stop what is likely going to be the Melbourne Ice's top line that plays the rest of the game.
And you're exactly right too, Luana. We have seen players like Salmon break free and potential breakaways. So despite being a player down, the Melbourne Ice will need to be careful of the Perth Inferno going back the other way. This is a big, big face-off here. The Melbourne Ice win it. Cochrane now plays it across to Godfrey. Godfrey fires a wrist shot straight at the logo, and King saves.
Maybe they thought the wrist shot from the other side of the rink might confuse Sasha King there, but no such luck.
Salmons and Butler face off to the right of King. Salmons wins it. Catherine Bailey just wraps it around the boards, trying to exit the zone, but it's held in by Hill. Hill now goes across the other side. Sana Godfrey fires a wrist shot, looking for a redirect in front of the net. It goes wide. There's a battle down low now. Bailey now for the Inferno. Just tips it against the boards, trying to exit the zone, but they keep it in. Cochrane does. Now Bailey does. Right down the other end of the ice. 37 seconds left. 24 seconds left in the penalty. So we will get some time back on 5-on-5. Lukoviak for the Inferno. Big slap shot from the blue line. That goes wide of King. Del Basso. Just cuts back, holding onto the puck. Scala goes into retrieve now for the Inferno. Julian's there as well. Julian for the Ice, looking for Dufour. And the Inferno just trying to dig away at it. Salmons now jumps up, and they actually cleared it out of the zone. Great work from the Inferno. The Ice, they dump it in, but that is it. After 60 minutes, end-to-end hockey, plenty of chances, plenty of big saves and big moments in this game. We finished 3-3 after 3 periods. Luana, your thoughts?
We called it, didn't you, Andrew? You said at the start of the period that we could be going to overtime, and that's exactly what has happened. And I think this just shows what the game has been. It's been very close. Both teams have put on quality shots on goal. They've both been defending quite well, particularly in that last period. I thought both teams defended really well. Any pass that wasn't going directly to the intended player did get picked off by the opposition. So we just have to have each team just puts a little bit more pressure on the opposition for a bit more time.
And both teams unable to score on the power play. Melbourne Ice 4 power plays in this game, the Perth Inferno 2, but the Melbourne Ice in that third period, Luana, out shooting the Inferno quite heavily again, but Sasha King up to the challenge.
Yeah, and it really just is. This is just what seems to happen to the Perth Inferno. This happened last time they played the Melbourne Ice. It was happened to them as well last week against the Adelaide Rush. The opposition always seems to put on more shots on goal, and Sasha King just manages to do what she needs to do to stop the puck going into the net.
So we have 5 minutes of overtime, 3-on-3 hockey. Who are you putting out there, Luana, for either team if you're in the coach's hot seat?
If I'm Perth Inferno, I'm definitely going to put Sarah Salmons out there. I think she's been very unlucky to not have scored. And then I'd probably go with Michelle Carr-Compton, Elizabeth Scala, maybe Elva Del Vaso. I thought she's had a really good game today. And then with the Melbourne Ice, they've got quite a bit of luxury around who they can put out there, but I think you'd be looking at your usual suspects, I think, in Danielle Butler, perhaps Steph Conlon, Christine Julian.
I do wonder if you're the Perth Inferno. I think Steph Conlon, we might see Steph Conlon out there, someone who can play a defensive role as well. Even if for the Perth Inferno, if you put someone like Oliver Malcolm out there who can play both defence and forward. We have seen Malcolm play as a defender and a forward in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. So it'll be interesting to see if they put Malcolm out there as well.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Because you want to, even though you want to have your attacking strength out there, but you also want to make sure that you've got players who can protect, sort of add that extra layer of defence for your goaltender.
Absolutely. It's who blinks first in overtime. Will we go to a shootout? Who knows? But two quality teams here with plenty of firepower. So if we do go to a shootout, Luana, it's going to be exciting nonetheless.
It's my favourite part of hockey is shootout, so I will not be disappointed if that's the case.
So Sasha King has stopped 46 of 49 and Kayla Best 21 of 24 in this game. But their most important stops are to come in this overtime. 5 minutes of 3-on-3 hockey. Strap yourselves in. Scramble at the draw. And Davis Tope takes it away down that left side, down the far side of the coverage. Just pulls up. Trying to hold on to it. Now they break free. In on King. Backhand shot. King gets down low and saves. That was Julian. A really good save from King. Julian still got it. Spins and shoots. And it bounces off some bodies. It might have been Scala, who has the puck now. Scala, the points leader for the competition. The captain of the Inferno. Takes the blue line. Has Del Basso. One-timer. Good save from Best. Now Bailey fires. And Dufour gets in front of that one. Goes over to the far corner. Bailey keeps it in. The blue line. Just wraps it around the boards. Dufour's in there. Scala as well. Collects it. Now plays it up to Del Basso. Del Basso over to Bailey. Time fires. That goes wide. Scala now tries to feed it in front. His body's everywhere. Julian's down on the ground. And Best covers that one up.
Looks like we're getting a couple line changes, but you were right in the putting on that first line. At a defender with a little bit more of attacking prowess with Kathleen Bailey sort of on the ice in that period.
Butler wins that against Clark Compton. Melbourne Ice. Godfrey now on the far side. Goes through the neutral zone looking for Butler. Past everyone. Now Salmons, little backhander. Can't exit the zone. Clark Compton couldn't control it. Godfrey chips and chases the puck herself. Now he's in behind King. Looking for a teammate in front. Butler's at the front post. Just feeds it across, but cut up by Salmons. Clark Compton now. Looking for that pass back to Salmons. Goes back to Georgia McClellan, who holds on to it. There's a change. And I wonder if that is too many players on the ice potentially.
I was wondering the same thing. The whistle blew just as I had some players coming on, so I do wonder if that has been the case. And it appears it might be.
There was Clark Compton going off, and I think it might have been Jamie McKenzie coming on for the change. So the Melbourne Ice 4-on-3. Big opportunity to win the game here for the Melbourne Ice. Bailey now, down in that corner with Julian. Inferno, they'll be looking to hold on to it, but they'll be keeping an eye on breaking free as well. Scala, good pressure. Now Del Basso fires on Best. Scala's in front. The puck gets held up and Scala is diving across. Now Julian for the Melbourne Ice, back the other way. Odd man rush here. Julian feeds it off, fires on King. That was Davis Pope, and King gets down and saves.
Well, if anything is going to show us some exciting hockey, it's going into overtime where you're playing with one less player on the ice. And look at this. Like, this was a really great shorthand opportunity before this passage of play, and then right now as well.
Butler and Salmon. Salmon wins the draw. The Inferno. They elect not to just clear the puck. They hold on to it. Makoviak finds Salmons down the neutral zone. Just loses the handle on that one. Pressured by Godfrey. Butler now in the ice zone. Loses the handle, let it. Clark Crumpton takes it off Butler now. One-on-one with Best. Clark Crumpton. Great work from Butler. Beautiful defensive play. Loses the puck and then gets a stick lift in there. The Inferno now have it in the neutral zone. Makoviak chips it in. Butler has time. 47 seconds remaining on the penalty. Too many plays on the ice against the Inferno. Now Butler, full centre ice out to that left wing. Godfrey takes the blue line, cuts back in, gets a shot on King, who saves the right pad, gets down low. I think that's Cochran now, feeds it across, over, Poulin fires. Not much on that one, and King gloves it and holds on.
As calm as you like. We're seeing a replay here of the previous shot on goal for what was in the face-off for, but that last passage of play previously where Clark Crumpton managed to have the really great intercept and give herself a one-on-one opportunity against Best.
The ice now. And King saves that one, glove side. Off the face-off, there's a battle on the boards. The Ice win it before. They stumped it off. Davis Pope fires across the crease. Dufour's there. Trying to bat it home. Couldn't. Fires from the blue line. Good save from King. Dufour has it now. Finds Julian. High slot. Fires. That goes wide off somebody. Dufour over in the far corner. Tries to feed it in front. Julian is there. No one on Julian. Julian. They find the puck now. Julian fires. King saves the first one. Stretches out. And glove saves Dufour. Sasha King. Big time saves.
Oh my goodness. How did the puck not go in the net, Jocelyn? Had probably about 4 or 5 shots on goal just in the last probably 30 seconds. And Sasha King has managed to stop all of them.
Number 30 in purple. Outstanding. Faced off
And the
to the
Perth
left
Inferno.
of King.
But the Perth Inferno managing to weather that power play as well.
Back to 3-on-3. Only seconds remaining. Salmons now with speed. Against Pullen. Holds up. Tries to feed it across towards the slot. Clark Crumpton spins. Good save from Best. Big opportunity for Clark Crumpton. Butler now behind the net. 45 seconds remaining in the period. The ice now. Marnie Pullen gets to the blue line. Just throws it on King. Gets down and saves comfortably. Catherine Bailey now against the boards. The Inferno now through Salmon. Loses an edge. One-on-one opportunity. Chana Godfrey now the other way. Takes the blue line. Holds on to it. Tries a wrist shot. Great defending from Bailey. Godfrey now plays it down low. We'll head towards King. Godfrey. Julian now spins and turns on the wrong side for Julian. Backhand shot. High blocker side. Scores and wins it. The Melbourne Ice. Christina Julien scores in overtime. The Melbourne Ice 4. Inferno 3.
Wow. I mean, first of all, great overtime then. So exciting. But the Perth Inferno, this happened to them in their first game last week against the Adelaide Rush. We must have only been seconds from the whistle being called to end this overtime period. And Christina Julian has managed to put in absolute, we're going to see it here in the replay, just a great goal. Some really great stick work here. With the defence sort of moving away from the ice as well, perhaps trying to protect the pass, maybe not expecting her to put the shot on goal herself. But all in all, great team play there by the Melbourne Ice.
Christina Julian, the points leader for the Melbourne Ice. A left-handed shot on the wrong side, goes backhand top shelf, beats Sasha King, blocker side. The Melbourne Ice win it 4-3 in overtime. An absolutely epic game here between these two teams, the finalists from last season. And it's a taste of what's to come, I think, at the end of the season when we reach finals between these two teams. What's your highlight from this game, Luana?
Well, I think I'm going to go with that last goal. Just on, like I said, they must have been seconds away from that, the whistle, and it was a really great individual piece of play.
The big time players, they come up big in the big moments, and Christina Julian is one of those players for the Melbourne Ice. A great game here. The return game for this weekend, game number 2, is 10:45 a.m. local time tomorrow. So please tune in on the YouTube, for the AWIHL YouTube. I am Andrew McDougall, alongside Luana Williams. We are Sportscast Australia. This is the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. We hope to see you tomorrow for more action between these two teams. For myself, Andrew McDougall, good night. Luana, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see everyone tomorrow.
Gets put up well there by the Inferno.
The team's sort of picking up the pace a little bit, and it's sort of this seesawing event that we saw happening in the second period with a goal.
Just backhand to back of blue line, big slap shot, but that just bounced off some players. Catherine Bailey, great hands, backhand shot towards Bess, who gets down low, collects it, just chips it in. Jakoviak goes past her, Butler now collects, cuts back in, drags in front of King, but couldn't get it with the shot towards King. It goes high from the blocker side, it bounces off on the ice, couldn't gather it. Now the Melbourne Ice back the other way. Julian just gets held up, finds it now, cuts back into the slot, fires on King, and it goes straight at Wrigley Eunice now. Takes the blue line, just eked the way through, fires on King. There's a rebound. King now covers up. There's Georgia McClellan. Loses sight of it. And Butler nearly collects the puck, and they do nail him over. Nice. Butler's free on King. Butler goes high on glove side. Saved by King. Still there, still free, and in front. Marnie pulling. No, Dalbato can't stick handle the way out of the zone. Over to this near side is a shot on goal. That's blocked by the Inferno. Godfrey now keeps the puck in the zone. Godfrey gets a shot towards King, who gets down and trying to hold on to it. Now they break free. In on King. Backhand shot. King gets down low and saves. Now Julian for the Melbourne Ice. Back the other way. Odd-man rush here. Julian feeds it off. Fires on King. By Godfrey. Butler now in the ice zone. Loses the handle. Let it. Clark Crumpton takes it off Butler now. 1-on-1 with Bess. Clark Crumpton. Great work in. Gets a shot on King, who saves the right pad. Gets down low. I think that's Cochran now. Feeds it across over. Poulin fires. In front, Julian is there. No one on Julian. Julian. They find the puck now. Julian fires. King saves the first one. Stretches out. And gloves save. Only seconds remaining. Salmon's now with speed against Pullen. Holds up. Tries to feed it across towards the slot. Clark Crumpton spins. Good save from Best. We head towards King Godfrey. Julian now spins and turns on the wrong side for Julian. Backhand shot. High. Blocker slide. Scores and wins it. The Melbourne Ice. Christina Julian scores in overtime. The Melbourne Ice 4.
This broadcast is powered by Sportscast Australia.